So let's have a perspective from Sri G. Ashok Kumar, Additional Secretary and Mission Director, National Water Mission, Minister of Jal Shakti, Government of India. Over to you, sir.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Shavik. Thanks for inviting for this inaugural session. This is a very interesting and very relevant topic because as far as water is concerned, digital innovations and digital water management is a very, very crucial thing which has come up in the last couple of years. And as rightly mentioned, in the last 1 year, probably India has really proven its digital might by the way we managed the entire country during the COVID time. We had many people, thousands of people working from home, education for students from home, and then entertainment managed OTT platform through home, and that really stretched and demonstrated the capability of India's digital backbone, where even people from rural areas could connect and be a part in the open nation building and also fighting COVID virus, Corona. That's something very great. And recently, 2 days back, PM had actually dedicated the COVID, so the vaccine portal also to the world. So many countries have really shown interest in that. That shows the how mature the Indian digital platforms have evolved, and we are actually pioneers in the world in many ways. So my small contribution long back when India was making small steps, baby steps in the digital world, probably I had the honor of being the first deputy secretary of IT in the country when we had a small IT department set up in government of Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, under the leadership of the then CM Chandrababu Naidu. So so I was picked and posted there as the deputy secretary IT, probably the first time in the country posting was created. I was in charge of the computerization of 1100 mandal offices. So imagine a revenue office or Tahsil office, which is actually the custodian of all the revenue records and also the history, and very difficult to change. So we were interested with the task of computerizing the mandal office records, and we had prepared at that time a database, the multi-purpose household data, something similar to the Aadhaar. This thing we had given every single Andhra Pradesh people in Andhra Pradesh a unique ID number called SSID number, and collected almost 72 fields of various different people's of various aspects of people, the cars, the type of house they're staying, the toilet facilities, the area of land and with them, etc., etc. But 72 fields were collected, and it was such a huge database. We had difficulty in importing it. So we had actually people like Bill Gates and all coming and trying to sell their DB2. That's the time when DB2 came, and the Windows NT version was also there coming out, and Oracle 8.0 was coming out, Oracle I was coming out. I'm just talking about the history and from where we had come forward. So I was associated with that and issuing caste certificates for people based on the data collected, the MPHS data, the multipurpose household data collected and all. So it's a long journey from those situation where we introduced computers in Tahsil offices, and it was a tough time to manage a change. And then by 2001, other people, states also came forward. We had computerized land records. And in fact, in 2001, I remember we had something called the Dialog Collector, where I used to talk to the collectors, to the people directly, and settle their grievances. So this may sound very simple and very prosaic now, but imagine 2001 at that time, when this was a very, very new, unique phenomena. And from there, I can see the transformation which we have come here. Now, almost everybody has mobile phones. Yes, somebody was telling about 207 crore mobile phones are available. Of that, nearly 70 crore are smart mobile. And people are almost the rural India and urban India divide is almost bridged because of the penetration of wireless networks as well as the optic fiber network to the field. So a lot of digital penetration has gone inside, and the villages have been pulled to the mainstream, and they have also access to many of the information internet services, which actually opens up the world for them. So that's a great path we have taken over the period. Now, coming specifically to the water and digital, since water and digital may not have any direct link, but we have over the years found that digital media, digital platform as a monitoring tool is very important. And as we always say that if anything is monitored, it will be managed well. So the biggest problem in India is in the water sector is the poor management of water. Whether it is demand side management or supply side management, we do feel that water is something which is given free of us from the God, so we can waste with impunity. But that stage has really changed, because now we find that a shortage of water coming up in many places of the country. We have sometimes very water battle between the states happening. We are seeing the cities running short of water and doing this tankers being pulled up and used plus to service for taking the mitigating the drought issues. So water is now become scarcer and scarcer, but there is a solution for that, because if you can really manage our water, our demand side and supply side, we will not have any shortage of water, because we have sufficient water provided by the God. By the rain, we get so much of water. So, so the first and foremost digital application I would have in mind is the making the people aware of the importance of water through digital media, whether it is through social media platforms or whether it is through the various messaging which we can send across to the people. We probably will have to make people understand the value of water and make the respect of water back. Because if we have the respect for water, probably we will reduce the wastage of water. And we always speak about the 3 R's of water in water management: the reduce, reuse, and recycle. And the other 2 R's which we add are the rejuvenation of water bodies and the respect for water. So all these can be perfectly managed through digital platforms, digital media. So what the reuse and recycle and reducing the water can happen only if the water is properly metered. So metering is a very, very important aspect for water management, and probably the best solution now available is the digital meters. We have to universalize the metering, and also telling that accurate water metering can help us in locating the leakages, because in urban areas, many of the cities in the country, we have about 40% non-revenue water, which means we don't know where the water goes. So unaccounted water is there. So these leakages all can be sort of identified and plugged if we are able to meter the water which is coming out from the sources and see how much water is being actually distributed or collected at the doorstep for people. And the difference is definitely wastage. And if we can address those leakages, probably we can generate more water, because water cannot be created. So if the leakage is stopped, probably we are in a way creating water and reducing the water which otherwise goes waste and without utilization. So that's one very important aspect, as I said, metering, digital metering. And there are very large number of applications of digital meter, whether it is automatic meter reading, where the human element is not there, where the meter reader is going and picks up in the meter and giving wrong information. Because I have experience of very, very large loss of revenue in Hyderabad Metro Board when you were using the manual meter readers. Some of the institutions which used to actually consume 3 to 4 lakh worth water, they used to get the bill of 3,000, 5,000, 10,000 rupees for that, because that is they could manage the meter readers. So with the advent of the digital meters, the information and the automatic meter reading, the information used to come to our office directly, and this corruption was very much controlled. The SCADA that means the monitoring of the levels of water in various tanking, whether reservoirs, the quality of water and the quantity of water was very useful in actually ensuring that the water supply is properly managed in the city. So SCADA is another digital innovation which can help the water management. Then this getting revenue for the water body, because water sources, water boards require a lot of revenue to manage it, and this manage is possible only if as again metering. So I am focusing primarily today on the importance of metering and getting the water digital platform to ensure that the loss of water is prevented, and also for improving the revenue sources, so that the leakages can be plugged and the water utilities can provide better water. So that's all I would say, and I appreciate the effort taken by the APAC for informing, for trying to link water and digital. There are a lot of other applications in demand side, whether it is giving the right irrigation at the right time using artificial intelligence, whether giving the crop the adequate amount of water at the right time. That's even at a very low level, not the precision agriculture which the Israeli talks about using agriculture. We can still go for a lower technology, but with digital support for giving water and measuring the water which is going to the field, and to avoid over irrigation, etc., to reduce the present wastage of water, causing very poor water use efficiency in agriculture. So some of these are the things which we can help in managing water, and definitely digital, as everything moves on to digital media and digital platform can definitely help in fighting the water crisis in the country. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much to G. Ashok Kumar, Additional Secretary and Mission Director, National Water Mission, Ministry of Jal Shakti, Government of India, for not only sharing with us his vision, his opinion on how.
One more point I would like to add, but just once again, there's one more point,
Yeah,
because
please.
we have started a campaign called Catch the Rain, where it falls when it falls. This is basically to nudge people to store rainwater. But along with that, we are also trying to come out with preparing inventory of the water bodies in the country. So basically, what we are trying to say is that the satellite imageries will be used to locate the water bodies spread all over the country, and we'll give them unique numbers as like what we are given for Aadhaar for human being. So all water bodies will be tracked, and probably that would be the first step in probably making a scientific plan for the water management in the district, so that we know what is the total quantity of water available in the district and how water budgeting can be done. So this is a tremendous opportunity in a digital world for measuring the water and doing a water budget for the states, which we are planning in the Catch the Rain campaign, by making an inventory of water bodies with lat-long positions, as well as images of the water body and the volume of water measured scientifically, so that we know this much is the water available in this thing, and this is the requirement for drinking water, this is for livestock, this will be the requirement for industries and agriculture, etc. So a planning can be done. That can help in really managing the water resources in the country. So thank you. Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing with us this, I must say, game-changing initiative, which you're thinking that inventory of water bodies and using satellite imagery and technology to map the entire water ecosystem, so that better water management can be done in India. I'm sure a lot of interested participants will be eager to collaborate with you and to discuss with you on that for sure. And as I was saying that you have not only shared with us how technology can be leveraged to prevent loss of water and also the revenue increasing for water management, but also you also shared with us your past journey as an IAS officer in various avtars, how you have actually tried to make a difference by using digital interventions for governance. Thank you so much, G. Ashok Kumar, for joining us in the inaugural of APEC India Digital Empowerment Meet and Awards. It's a 3-day conference focusing on governance, healthcare, education. We'll be back shortly with the next round of speakers in the inaugural session. Please stay back with us. Thank you so much.